Hello everybody and welcome to Freebies. Today we're going to be taking a look at Sunless Sea. So just to preface before we actually start playing Sunless Sea, the Freebies series is going to be a new idea that I'm testing out, in which I pick up a game that is going free for a weekend or for the week or something of a similar nature, and then I give it a check out and then I play it within the same couple of days and essentially do a video explaining what the game is, letting you guys know that it's up for a free weekend, so if you want to try it out yourself you can, as well as also letting you sort of, or actually allowing me to give it a play and maybe have it as a series on the channel, or also possibly as a way of you maybe making up your opinion, because sometimes there's not videos on certain games and stuff, obviously. Sometimes there will be, sometimes there won't be, it depends. But this is a way of just doing a video so that you can maybe see whether you're interested or not. So without further ado, we're going to take a look at Sunless Sea. So, Sunless Sea is a somewhat traditional roguelike. It's missing a couple of the elements, so it's more like a rogue-lite, I guess you could say. But to start off with, we make our character. We can either ditch this idea of having our character be more customized, or we can go into actually making them more more and whatnot, so we can actually develop them. Essentially, the game has a lot of reading. So this video will contain a fair bit of reading. So 3 decades ago, in the reign of Victoria, London was stolen by bats. Now it lies a mile below the surface. It was dreadfully inconvenient for everyone, but it opened a vast black ocean to you. Welcome to the Untersee, or Untersee, which is quite German actually. I don't know if the studio that make this is German, but it sounds very German, the Untersee. But this is where we decide who we are, basically. Or who we were before the place sunk. So, we're a captain now, you belong to the Untersee, but who were you before then? Essentially picking one of these gives us bonuses to things within the game. So we have like resources up here. I don't know if I can just move this, there we go. So we have these up here, and essentially these will give us a bonus to those. There are various stats and items and all that kind of stuff, which I have no idea what I'm necessarily touching upon, because I've only played a little bit of the game. So, do take what I say in some aspects with a grain of salt, because I'm not the most experienced player of this game, of course. And this is more so just me sort of taking a gander at it and seeing what it's like. But for now, I think we will go for a street urchin. We'll be the urchin, because, you know, street urchin, sea urchin, it's all the same. So, your friend and another Longshanks, known as Lilith Gunnery, we got a person, and we talked to her to find out why she went to Z. What does winning mean to you? And then we get to choose basically our end goal here. So, fulfillment, wealth, or your father's bones. We'll go with our father's bones. So, your father was lost at sea, you never knew him, but you've often dreamed of him. Find and return his remains to London for a decent burial. So that is our quest, basically. I don't know if the game progresses after that, however, but that's up for you to discover, basically. Full Fathom 5. Find where he fell and bring him home. That's basically our main quest. And then, this is just how we're addressed, I believe. We will be addressed as Captain. There we go. I don't believe that it actually does anything, that bit. I believe it's just for shits and giggles, basically. We can be a Medusa sort of octopus head. I didn't actually see that one when I was looking through. We'll be an actual captain. PKblaze. That's how we do it, boys. We'll probably come up as Captain PKblaze. So there we go. That's our quest, our main quest. So we go. So the urchins of London lair in the flit of a creaking roof maze high above the streets. Bad altitude, as everyone knows. Slivy. That does say Slivy. Slivy hears things. Is Slivy? Who's Slivy? Slivy knows things. A week ago, he mentioned that your father was as strong a swimmer as you. A troubled tongue. Slivy's face is disfigured by a wine-stained birthmark, and he struggles with a stutter. Marks of the lightning's kiss one night when he got too bold in a storm this year. Yes, I've been waiting for you. I don't do voices, so I just wants me a little mutter salt, something to calm me tongue. Bring it, and I'll tell you who has your father. Go north along the coast to Wither and bring back mutter salt for Slivy. So this is where we set off, essentially, on our journey around the ocean. Now, essentially this game is, like I said, I don't know, well actually I think I said it, but I don't know. It is very narratively focused, so there's a lot of reading in the game. and a lot of detail in basically that alone. Not to mention the fact that there's basically the combat, the exploration, and resource management that are all in this game, which essentially add a fair bit of content into it. I haven't actually explored too much of the game myself. I've only basically played a couple of runs, and I died, because, you know, it's naturally how you play a game like this. You die, and then you figure out stuff. But I had a bit of play around, and mainly one of the reasons was because I wanted to do a video, then forgot that my microphone was on my head, because I have a headset microphone, therefore, you know. So it said go north to Wither for our quest, so that's why we're going to head anyway, because we need to get some mudder salt. So, as we're going around, you need to manage your resources effectively, which means we should probably turn off our light, even though that results in additional terror. But, essentially, fuel gets used as we go. More powerful engines would use more fuel, but we'd go faster. Weight comes into it as well, so depending on how much cargo we're carrying, the slower we'll go. This is a little advice thing, so if you're going to play the game, it'll basically give you some help. And there's also a tutorial to help teach you the ways of the game. We will sell this book, and there we go, we got some extra money. So, there you go. But this is what the game comes down to. It's a lot of exploration, a lot of narrative, and some combat. The combat is alright. We'll get into that whenever we find an enemy to actually fight. And I don't know why we have a comatose ferret, but we do. It gives an additional thing. We'll speak to the ferret, shall we? It lies across your desk like a lumpy scarf. Today the ferret is weary. There is a fair glint in its eye. Play with the ferret. Today the... Oh, that's what we did already. Never mind. The attraction of reflection. The ferret admires itself in a mirror. The sleek fur of its leg... Oh. The sleek fur of its leg. I suck at reading when I'm playing a game and stuff. It hurts. It rolls its lips to admire its teeth. Or is that what it's doing? Is it yawning? Or mesmerized by the mirror? It's impossible to say. You've gained 1 times terror. Terror is... not very handy. Terror is generally bad, I believe. It affects your crew members and such, and causes certain events to unfold, but that is as far as I'm aware. I haven't actually seen anything personally. And we just discovered Carissa's point, so we got 50 fragments. I don't know what fragments necessarily do as well. Unfortunately, like I said, this game is one of those games where it'll take a fair bit of actual knowledge. You'll need to play a fair bit in order to actually understand the game itself and the various components within it, which is fairly nice, to be honest. Generally, games like this do involve a nice learning curve in which you need to pick up what everything does, where you're going, what this thing is, what that thing is. I've been going north for a while, but we haven't found Wither yet. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for Wither. I'm assuming it's along this coast, but I'm not sure. Also, the map is not procedurally generated. It is generally laid out in stone, I believe, so once you've played it, you know where things are. But assumably the different quests will affect the game, as well as the chances, sort of like, earlier when I was playing, I had a chance when I went into London to be searched, and I could choose what option I wanted to go with, and there was one option which had a chance to be risky, and therefore would result in some bad things happening. There's a nice baggy thing over there, I believe. Oh, we can just click it and that activates. Oh, it's a life bag. It's a life bag. It looks kind of alive, so we probably don't want to touch it. It's got 400 HP. And we probably don't do too much damage either. Also, we have not found Wither yet. I don't know where Wither is. Can we chat? Oh, we just have a chat like this. There we go. Maybe we've gone too far north. London's back down there. And that's a pretty big map. So there's a lot to explore, at least thingy. As far as I'm aware, when you go off the screen, you end up in a new location, so I'm not entirely sure if that's true or whether I end up just somewhere else on the map, but it is pretty big. There's a lot to explore, and with this little boat, I assume it'd take a while. As soon as this game does feel, though, like very FTL, you've got to manage your people. You don't actually manage them, like, in the ship, but... Oh, there we go, found Wither. You've got to manage your stuff and essentially navigate around a place. It feels very familiar, which actually I haven't played FTL on my channel yet. I haven't actually played it straight up, but I know what the game generally consists of anyway. Behind the great arc over the bay, the pale wastes stretch white and silent at the face of the moon. From here you might almost imagine they were snow. North of the city, the salt pools fizz with unlikely colour. We can explore town, gather intelligence, shore leave in with her. We do need to buy some mutter salt, which means we need ×5 Z story. Assumably we get that from doing this, so we'll explore the town. Wither is a quiet, chilly town of grey stone and closed courtyards. The people are neither exactly unfriendly, nor exactly hospitable. They have an irritating habit of answering a question with a question. Here and there are odd sights tucked away. Ooh, an intriguing smell. Who'll try, who'll buy? A street vendor turns skewers on a grill. They make sense and nothing like anything sold in London. Huge and pale. Try the grilled troglodyte prawns. Ew, sounds weird. I'll do it. Or try something mysterious. Then there you go, high risk. Your heart's quality gives you a 50% chance of success. So essentially that's one of our stats up at the top. If I just move, there we go. Right there. That essentially inspire, heal, defend, and this is like basically, this is essentially stats if you want to basically narrow it down to something. So the more you more you have in one thing, the other basically a tough challenge. It's not to everyone's taste. We will go with a tough challenge, shall we? We'll try that shredded jellyfish. We try the shredded jellyfish, force it down. You'll regret it later. The jellyfish venom numbs your tongue and rolls down your stomach. So we lost 2 hunger. So we're more fed now. Hearts, 26 failed the challenge. Try again, you may have better luck. And we gained 1 times terror. We'll also explore Wither a little bit more. We'll gather intelligence. Are you asking for any particular... Wait. The citizens of Wither enjoy questions so much that they always answer... we already read that. Never mind. I'm going around in circles. It would be a bit nicer if it was a bit laid out a little bit better. I'm not sure if there's any changes that'll be coming to it, or maybe it's just something that you get with experience, whereas I'm a rookie, so I'm reading it a bit backwards and forwards and a bit upside down and all over the place. But are you asking for any particular reason? At what time of day? Is that your hat? Might be 6. It could be 6. Eventually you cobble together enough implications and supposition to compose a report. You now have one of this. A port report Wither. And a straightforward challenge. Your crew follows your example faithfully. One drinks a little too much pale Wither and beer and has to be fished from the harbour, but they spend a relatively decorous night gambling for salt and bone and return refreshed. We lost 50 echo, so now we're down to 60, and we lost 5 terror, so people are basically having a more fun time. Yay! Can we afford any mutter salt? No. Can we afford any more salt? Here? No. We can't actually buy anything. We're too poor and too shit. Is there any other story we can do? I don't think... Oh, we can just stay here again. But we don't really want to do that. We'll set off on a quest to try and get some money, I guess. So that's the first part of this story. We have to get some money. This thing will probably give us money, and I can actually show off the combat if we get a bit closer. Unfortunately, this is as fast as the boat goes. It would be nice if we get a bit of a faster boat, but that comes later, obviously. It's going away from us! Come back and fight me! I know we're not going to do any damage to it, but I just want to show it off how the combat works before we actually finish up the video. And you can either go play it yourself, or pick it up if you're interested. So essentially, when an enemy's in the light, you gain a higher chance to hit. It builds your weapons more, and there's something... Is that a volcano? That's pretty cool. But essentially, light also attracts enemies too. It also gives you a nice thing of the arc of your weapons, because your weapons do have a radius at which they can shoot and hit an enemy. So, like, here we'll be more likely to hit, and then we can build it up faster again by keeping the enemy in our light, so that we have a line of sight on the enemy, and the enemy is visible. And we discovered Puckeridge's Lookout, which gave us some fragments. Simply fragments are like points to go into something, somewhere. Maybe like experience, I'd assume. So we do that, give it a shot, but we miss. Essentially, this is the combat. You gotta, circle your enemies, attack them, and whatever. And that thing does an absolute butt ton of damage. We have, 74, I think, before we touched that thing, and then it just took us down by 30. So this thing will effectively rip us into and kill us. So that's fun. Full power to the engines. Go! Yeah, we took 30 damage down there. Our engines will occasionally explode. Jesus. We can also use a Z-Bat thing, which will tell us if there's anywhere local nearby. Pummelsstone Reach, there is Brimstone on the Wind, and we discovered Duggan's Moor. We will go down to Duggan's Moor, I believe, and have a nosy. I will also repair the ship as well. That would actually be a very smart idea to do. Are we repairing? It looks like we are. Azalea raises her head. Oh, that's a boat. Uh-oh. And they're coming to fight, too. Oh, they have 300 HP. We don't have a chance. Full engines power! Go! Get out of here! The lights off. Ow! We're gonna get absolutely wrecked. We're gonna get roasted into... Actually, how much damage did that do? 0 damage. It hit, but it... Oh. Ow. No, it did 0 damage again. Eat that. Get pushed. Scrub. If we can get behind it... Oh. 11 damage. Okay, never mind. We're out of here. Go! Go engines, full power. We need to get away from that. That's bad. Ow. Oh, we lost 1 crew. Our crew's dying now. Yeah, we probably went out a bit too far. Assumably, like, this is out of our reach, because essentially this guy's going to fuck us in the ass until we probably die, if he can keep up. How is our crew looking now, then? Oh, where's our crew number? Do we have a number of crew? We lost a crew, but it seems fine. Luminescent beasts like eyeless dolphins play in your wake. Yeah, wow. But yeah, this is Sunless Sea. It's essentially, you go on a voyage, you've got a quest to do, and you have all these various elements that can occur. We're probably going to die. Judging by the fact that we're on 27 HP, half our crew is dead. Or at least one of our crew is dead, which seems like it'd be 2. And we just keep finding things that are probably going to try and murder me. Like this thing, this Western angler crab, which looks absolutely horrifying. Please don't touch me, angler crab. Actually, no, we'll charge into it. We'll see what happens when we die, shall we? Eat me, motherfucker! Eat me! I have nothing to live for, crabface! Oh shit, that can do some pretty crazy turns. Eat me! Do it! Do it! Eat me! My father got killed by a crab. I will die like him. Oh yeah, by the way, expect random shit like that from the freebies. I won't be taking it completely seriously. Go on, kill me! There we go, see, there we go, shipwrecked. Slip beneath the waves, but you provide... basically, you can carry your skills onto a fellow future guy. See, there you go, you can choose a legacy, and basically it tells you that dying is normal. So, that'll be it for this freebie of Sunless Sea. Essentially, we get this nice little page that tells us all the things and stuff and whatever. And we got an achievement too, because, you know, there's achievements in this game, if you weren't aware. But, yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this approach to a video, this new idea that I'm playing with. There's going to be another one of these tomorrow, or later tonight, depending on when this video goes up. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one in the future somewhere. Yeah. Yeah.